And as colleagues, my name is Michelle Codrington-Rogers and I'm a specialist citizenship teacher in Oxfordshire. And I'd like to welcome you to today's event, Decolonising the Curriculum for Educators, on behalf of the organisers. For a while now, an informal group of us who are practising teachers have been talking about how the curriculum doesn't reflect the experiences of a number of communities in the UK, and have shared how we have been adapting what we can within our own lessons in schools. As teachers both in primary and secondary across a range of subjects, we have been sharing resources and ideas to reflect the communities we are a part of and to whose children and young people we teach. Recently, with an increased interest and call for decolonising the curriculum, we strongly agreed that as teachers and educators, our colleagues need to know what the debate is about and, crucially, to be part of the discussion. Without teachers on board, any change will be temporary at best and non-existent at worst. Now, curriculum change and adaptation is nothing new for us as teachers. We are often given a new unit to write or update a topic, sometimes as part of a national push or due to changes around us. We are often asked to teach a subject that we haven't trained in or deliver lessons that sometimes we are still learning the content of as we are stood in front of a class of young people. Change and adaptation is what makes us professionals. So as more and more school leaders are responding to the call for reviewing their curriculum, we know that as teachers, we already have the skills needed to adapt to any change. As a collective, we agreed that we need to see what the wider debate is, where it's come from, and to share good practice where it is happening across the country. And this is why we started to organise today. 6 practising teachers from across the UK sharing professional dialogue with nearly 200 colleagues. We approached Common Ground Oxford to be our co-hosts, as they are a group of students who are organising around colonisation, equality and curriculum change at Oxford University. And they've shown how important it is to hear the voice of young people when we are talking about the environment they are learning in. Their enthusiasm and professionalism has reminded us how important it is to build links with others who are campaigning for the same goal. We brought on board Impact of Omission in reflection of the work that they have done, which is in relation to canvassing and auditing school experiences of current and previous pupils, identifying the frustration that they felt with the current curriculum offer in relation to reflecting the multicultural Britain. Both of these organisations have found ways to give our young people, the next generation, the language and the tools to articulate what more we should be doing in relation to curriculum and what happens in our classrooms. This was a natural partnership, teachers and students. The UK is not the only part of the world talking about updating what we teach to reflect the society we live in. At the 8th Education International World Congress last year, nearly 1,000 delegates debated a resolution on decolonising education, sharing examples of challenges and good practice. The discussion demonstrated that this is a global debate in education and pedagogy. Passed unanimously by educational unions from across the world, this resolution, of which I will share the link at a later point, demonstrates that the issue is live, and as teachers and educators, it is us who is driving the change, and we don't have to wait for governmental edicts. As schools, we can react to societal changes in a more agile way. With 2 more years of the UN International Decade for People of African Descent, the timing is very apt. Although this has been campaigned on and talked about for years, now is the time during a global pandemic, school closures and calls for social justice. Schools and colleges across the UK are now ready to start the work needed. In the UK, schools already have a duty to ensure a broad and balanced curriculum. Our children and young people have got the right to experience all our society has to offer, as is protected under the UN Convention of the Rights of the Child and the Education Act. But across the UK, schools also have the public sector equality duty to ensure that they are promoting equality under the Equality Act. This isn't just about auditing those with protected characteristics in our school community. It is a hard, strategic level of work which is based on identifying barriers, promoting equality, and developing good relationships between communities within the school and outside. It is about having a plan, reviewing it, and making it public for both the school and the local community to buy into. Reviewing the curriculum is clearly a part of that duty, and as members of a school or college community, we have a part to play. Today's event, which we organised with Common Ground, with the support of Impact of Omission and with promotion by NSUWT, the Teachers Union, is the culmination of what happens when teachers, academics, students and activists have a discussion, and we are glad we are able to share this. And as we are all good teachers, we have a set of learning objectives. Our learning objectives are to understand what colonisation means when it's applied in the context of school and college, to explore how this concept impacts on our current curriculum, the pupils and students who we teach, to examine whether there is a need for a diverse teaching staff and the impact that has on the communities we serve, to identify practical ways to start the process of review and to develop a process that has accountability and sustainability, and to cement our learning. We will end with an open discussion with practical examples of where you can get support and tools to help turn this discussion into action. After today's event, we will be sending out a list of resources and links we have found useful, as well as any referred to by the speakers that may be relevant. We genuinely hope this is the start of a professional dialogue that includes teachers, engages with our students and pupils, and involves parents and local communities. We hope you have an opportunity to be reflective, but most importantly, empower you to take this discussion back to your schools and colleges and turn it into a sustainable action that becomes embedded in your community. A bit of housekeeping before we start. As in the emails, this event is being recorded and it's being live streamed on the Decolonise the Curriculum for Educators Facebook page and on the Common Ground Facebook page. Please do share this and use our hashtag DTC4E2020. We ask everybody to engage professionally and respectfully, and to use the Q&A button to ask questions to the panelists. And as with school and college, if anyone is found to be behaving in a way that makes the event unsafe due to harassing, discriminatory or unprofessional behaviour, they will be removed. We want this to be a safe space for everyone involved. So please be patient as we try to manage that. Each panel will be about 50 minutes with time for question and answer in each one. We've scheduled in breaks for you to step away from the screen for your well-being, but please don't log out as you won't be able to re-enter. If we have technical difficulties, please be patient as we will try and resolve it as quickly as we are able to. And if the event crashes, please check your registered email for rejoining information. So on behalf of the Teacher Organising Committee, Paulette, Karen, Jave, Judith, Karen and myself, Common Ground and Impact of Omission, we welcome your engagement with this discussion. We thank all of our panelists and chairs for their time, contributions and dedication for today. And with no delay, we will now move to our first panel.